For the first 500 years of the Church, universal salvation for all was the prominent belief of the early Christians. Then along came Augustine and others who were influenced by pagan philosophy, and hell became a major part of the church doctrine. And they were serious about it. Listen to some of their statements about hell. Here's how Thomas Aquinas put it. Wherefore, in order that the happiness of the saints may be more delightful to them, and that they may render more copious thanks to God for it, they are allowed to see perfectly the sufferings of the damned. And listen to this dude, Reverend Furnace from the 19th century. You're going to see again the child about which you read in the terrible judgment that it was condemned to hell. See, it's a pitiful sight. The little child in this red-hot oven. Hear how it screams to come out. See how it turns and twists itself about in the fire. It beats its head against the roof of the oven. It stamps its little feet on the floor of the oven. You can see on the face of this little child what you see on the faces of all in hell, despair, desperate, and horrible. Perhaps at this moment, 7 o'clock in the evening, a child is just now going into hell. Tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock, go and knock at the gates of hell and ask what the child is doing. The devils will go and look. They will come back again and say, the child is burning. Go in a week and ask what the child is doing. You will get the same answer. It is burning. Go in a year and ask. The same answer comes. It is burning. Go in a million of years and ask the same question. The answer is just the same. It is burning. So if you go forever and ever, you will always get the same answer. It is burning in the fire. In the last 100 years, these graphic descriptions of God torturing little children were so unthinkable and repulsive that the church came up with the concept of the age of accountability. There is no biblical support for this doctrine. Philip Garrison calls this teaching a loophole created to answer bad doctrine. And finally, here's the infamous Jonathan Edwards. The God that holds you over the pit of hell, much as one holds a spider or some loathsome insect over the fire, abhors you and is dreadfully provoked. His wrath towards you burns like fire. He looks upon you as worthy of nothing else but to be cast into the fire. He has purer eyes than to bear to have you in his sight. You are 10,000 times more abominable in his eyes than the most hateful, venomous serpent is in ours. And when you shall be in this state of suffering, the glorious inhabitants of heaven shall go forth and look on the awful spectacle, that they may see what the wrath and fierceness of the Almighty is. And when they have seen it, they will fall down and bow before that great power and majesty. Compare these comments to the heart of St. Paul himself, who says in the 9th chapter of Romans, I would wish that I myself were accursed and cut off from Christ for the sake of my brethren, my kinsmen according to the flesh. The possibility that his fellow Jews might be separated from Christ does not awaken in Paul anything even vaguely resembling gloating self-satisfaction or even delight in the divine justice, but rather a mercy that conduces to utter self-sacrifice. This is the heart of God demonstrated by Jesus, who is the Savior of the world, the whole world. Follow us on Facebook or on our blog for a meditation about the salvation of all. The links are in the description below, and please subscribe to receive more videos like this.